Okay, so you'll all be asked to just it's being recorded, you know. So this is just a quick call tonight. We're obviously starting our autumn detox. Well, we've a couple of start dates really, and we kind of have some flexibility in the start dates as well, because what we noticed the last time we ran it was we'd get a lot of people emailing saying, could I start the day before? Could I start the day after? And we were kind of fixated in getting everybody starting the same day, but actually it doesn't work. And anyway, you know, the support is still the same anyway. So even if you did start a day later and it suited you better, then it's probably better for you to do that because you'll be more comfortable about the whole thing. So effectively, we have two start dates: the 23rd of September, which is the one that Dr. Brennan initially picked out in relation to the moon. So it's the optimal date to start. And then the other date is the 1st of October. But you can start a couple of days either side of those as well. We'll have the same support program anyway. So if it was just a matter that you wanted to start it on the 24th or 25th, or the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd of October, I think that'll be fine as well. There won't be a big issue out of that. But what we're going to do is we're only going to run a certain amount of Zoom calls. So even if you're on the 1st of October, we want you to join the first Zoom call, which will be going out around the 20th of September. So even if you're starting on the 1st, we still want you to join that Zoom call, because that Zoom call relates to the start.
All right.
And we don't really want to have to go back over it again. So there's no reason why people can't join in that, and then or we'll send it out to people to replay. And then we'll do a series of Zoom calls throughout the course as well. And we'll have a very end Zoom call, maybe around the 14th or 15th of October at the very end, when everybody's completely finished.
Excuse me, I just arrived, you know, with 1 minute late, maybe not. So is it starting on the 23rd, or is it starting later on?
Sorry, I for some reason you're unmuted, and you shouldn't have been unmuted, because we just put things into the chat, you know. But yes, it's the 23rd is the date. I'm not even sure who I'm talking to. Oh, that's Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah, hi Natalie.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can replay over the video the talk I've just given, you know. But the 23rd is the start date for it, as far as I know. Let me just double check on my.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is on the emails, is it?
Yeah,
the 23rd. But as I was saying, you can start a day or two either side, or the 1st of October is also a starting date for people as well. So I am actually going to mute you now, Natalie, because we can't really organize a call with people unmuted. So people can just use the chat box to communicate with us, you know. Okay, so I'll just repeat that. Okay, so we start on the first one starts on the 23rd. The second one starts on the 1st of October. You can go a few days either side of that. The whole thing takes 12 days. You can go a few days either side of that. But we want you to join, no matter when you're starting, we want you to join in the Zoom calls. We'll have a fixed set of Zoom calls that we want you to join in. And the Zoom calls will be related to the start of the course, a few days into the course, another few days into the course, and then the end of the course. And they're just going to cover the things that will be coming up with people as they go through the course, because obviously before you start, it's different than when you've been taking the gi for a few days, you know, so different things will come up. But even aside from the Zoom calls, we're obviously going to have the WhatsApp group anyway, and email support as well. So the WhatsApp group that tends to be, there's a lot of, Rajvinder, is there noise coming through at your end? Is there something happening there?
No.
Okay, I'm just going to mute everybody again, because I'm getting.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of.
You can mute me as well if you want.
Yeah, I'll unmute you then as well, you know.
No, everything is quiet on me.
Okay, it's actually not working. Say something, Rajvinder. Okay, you are muted now. You should be. You should be able to unmute yourself now.
Okay. Yeah. Is it better?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, there's some scratching noise coming through on the thing. So we'll have the WhatsApp group set up as well for people. I'm wondering, is that coming from my speaker? We'll have the WhatsApp group set up for people as well, and we'll have the email support. So tonight we just wanted to see. There's very few people on, actually, just 21. I was expecting a lot more than that. Is everybody doing this call already for the detox? You can just put yes or no into your little chat box. Just use your chat box down the bottom. And just put yes or no into it to say if you're signed up for that.
Yeah, not everyone. There's some not.
Okay. So this is our second detox of the year, and this is our autumn detox. So this is a pitta detox because we're now coming out of the pitta season. But we're actually still in it, even though we've ended summer and gone into autumn. But we're gradually coming out of pitta. The season is going to change from a pitta season into a vata season. But there will have been an accumulation of pitta in our systems throughout the summer. And what this detox is designed to do is to expel that excess pitta and the excess toxicity that may have accumulated during the summer. So this detox is not the same as the spring one. The spring one is a kapha detox because you're coming out of the kapha season. And that's to do with we eat light and we take certain herbs and things like this. This detox is, you know, I don't want to say more powerful, but it's different, okay? And it involves drinking ghee, which many of you will probably remember for having done in previous years, you know? And also it involves taking different herbs as well and purification through the process of drinking the ghee as well. So I don't know, Rajvinder, is there anything you want to say about it? And then we'll just hand over if anyone has any questions they want to ask.
Not really. I hope everybody listened to the detox video that Noel sent a link. If you haven't, please do listen to that because that will tell you why you are doing the detox and what is the benefit and why we are choosing this time of the year. As Noel said, it is the Pitta detox. So in Ayurveda, we do 2 detox, one at the spring. Most of you have done that. And now this will be the last detox of the year, the autumn detox, because I hear from patients, a lot of people go through pitta problem when the weather is about to switch. That's the junction between the summer to the autumn. So the vata start rising in the raining season. So a lot of pitta people already will be having vata problem, and then the pitta skin problem, heartburn, or even there won't be any problem. So that's just to stay rejuvenate, healthy, and keep the toxins out of the system. So it's just a start of good habits and good kind of a ritual to go into the new season. So yeah, there's more detail why ghee is taken, why there is purging and all that. So that will help you to understand. And Dr. Brennan said very clearly, only people do if you're going to dedicate the time and rest for those 12 days. First 3 days is easy because that's just kind of transition of from whatever food you're eating to simple eating. So those 3 days are not big fuss. Might be for some people if you take too much coffee and sugar, that's like weaning yourself off. So those 3 days is given, and then the ghee start might be a little bit struggle. So that's all said in the notes, how to take it, what to do, and whatever is going to happen. It will be everything in the notes. So please read your notes, go through all the recipes, make sure you have all the ingredients, make sure you have your parcel, check your parcel that you have everything. And then Noel is going to, near the time, you will be send a link to send your WhatsApp group. And then there's a lot of good support. People are very nice to each other. They help each other. And I'm there to answer if anybody's going through something which is not clear, or a headache or something like that, how to deal with that. Okay. So that was the purpose, just to see that people, everybody come up on the call who have signed up. But I can see not everybody's not there. But okay, if you guys have any question, any doubt, so I'm here to answer. Noel is here to answer.
Yeah, actually, you said something very important, Rajvinder. The video that we sent out from last year with Dr. Brennan and Dr. Rajvinder, it's absolutely essential that you watch that video, that introductory video. We're not doing that again because we can't improve on that video. That video is just completely brilliant. So you need to watch that. Dr. Brennan gives a fantastic explanation of the purpose of this pitta detox, and also Dr. Rajvinder talks about the whole process. So it just can't be improved on. There's no point in going back over reinventing the wheel. So you need to look at that video. And the other thing you do is that everybody that books for the detox gets the 12-page booklet. So I did send out an email today to everyone who had booked in, asked them if they'd received their pack. Claire, I noticed you got back to me that you hadn't received your pack, but it's definitely gone to you. So you will have it in a day or two. But also on top of that, attached to that email was the booklet in both Word format and PDF format, just in case somebody doesn't have Word. So you need to very carefully read that booklet, because what happens is if people don't read that booklet, Dr. Rajvinder just ends up getting loads of questions that are already answered, you know. So we don't want to be answering questions that are already answered. So we read that booklet carefully, and that's how you get the most out of the detox anyway, because all the explanation of what you're doing and what you need to do on every day is contained in that, you know. So you read that booklet carefully. You take a look at the video if you haven't already looked at it, but I'm assuming that everybody has looked at it at this stage. And then you just start on the day that you start, and the WhatsApp group will be there. If anything, the WhatsApp group tends to be too busy. There's people supporting each other in a really great way. So if anybody's having a rough day, they tend to get a lot of support, and there's lots of things going back and forth. And Dr. Rajvinder will be. This year, Dr. Brennan is not on the support team. And the reason he's not on the support team is that he is very, very busy designing the new courses that we're running. And I just didn't want to put too much on him. If it becomes a case that there's a need for extra support, we've lots of extra doctors to call on if that becomes the case. But Dr. Rajvinder is very capable of doing that anyway, you know. So yeah, so that support is there. But please read the booklet, and then that saves people from asking questions that have been answered. And the booklet tends to repeat itself anyway on the important points, you know. Okay, so we'll go over to a few questions. And we'll just take it from there. There's nothing else we need to tell you, because it's all in the thing. Now, the reason I'm having this call now at the beginning of September is that we're going to have to close the bookings for this off pretty soon, because what happened last year is we ended up with trouble with the post, and people didn't get their detox packs. I noticed there's some mail strike in the UK at the moment, so there can be delays there. So I'm probably going to close it off around the 10th. Or the 10th or the 11th for people to make up their mind. In some ways, you should have made up your mind by then anyway, you know, because we just want the packs to get to people. We have the packs made up, but we just want them to get to people, you know. And so if you haven't made up your mind, now is the time to ask any questions or any doubts to decide if it's something that you want to do or not, you know. So there's a chat there from somebody from B. It says, hello, I'm taking...
Before we go to the question now, I just say to people, you go through the notes and maybe make your own little notes of how many ml of ghee you have to take, and sort that out. Make sure you have a measuring spoon, or you can buy in the supermarket, they're not too expensive, little measuring cups or something, because then that's a problem, like how many spoons, this and that, even though it's in the notes. But if you can get little measuring spoons, even to measure when you are going to the recipes, it's said in the recipe 5 gram or milligram or something. So if you have those little things, it's handy. But if you're comfortable enough to cook the way you do, I know some of you are already expert. I see Claire Murky, she's the expert, already done 2 detox already. So some people are comfortable. The new people, they might want to look at those recipes, the measurements and the measuring spoons and stuff like that. And then have little sticky notes for every day to put on your fridge, that you take your ghee in the morning, and then the powder, whatever else is, what time it's told you to take and all that, so that you remember, then you don't forget, okay, that was supposed to take before lunch or 12 o'clock or something like that. That makes your life a bit more easy, I guess. So then you don't have to, or highlight the notes if you can print out or highlight them, something like that. So make it more easier for yourself.
So there's a question there about Losec for the throat. Will I stop that during the detox and restart afterwards?
I guess that's the antacid, Billie Jean. Try to stop it, yes, and then there is a herb given, that the powder is given, that is kind of a natural antacid, work as an antacid. If that works for you and stop your symptoms, then you don't need the Losec during the detox. If you can control your symptoms, then you might have to continue it. So we'll see. You get in touch the first day, you take the ghee and see how you are, because ghee is very soothing, and actually it also helps with the acid and all that. So it might resolve your problem, but
And it's a pitta detox, so it should have a big effect on anything like
Yeah,
acid
yeah.
or anything like that, you know. Michael McCarthy says pack arrived fine. That's good. Is it the same as last time, Autumn, or are there any differences? There's only one difference. The detox tea that you used to make up, okay,
Yeah.
with the different seeds and things like that, we weren't able to get some of those ingredients this year. So instead of that, well, it's easier in some ways. We've sent a pitta tea. So you don't have to boil it down and everything like that. You just put it in a flask. But other than that, it's the same. Did we use Panchinagrit last year, Rajvinder?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
the same. It's a different packing. It's a different.
Yeah,
it will
different brand, because I didn't get the same one. Yeah. So it's the same. It's the
The
same.
instructions are the same. The
Yeah.
structure is the same.
So it's the herbalized ghee that you're going to be taking. And you have to read carefully because it's slightly different for men than it is for ladies. So you just read through carefully exactly. And as Rajinder says, make out a chart saying how much of them you take every day, you know.
Pot barley or pearl barley, either. Which one is easier to cook? I think it's the pot barley is a bit easier to cook. The pearl barley sometimes is harder, or the other way around. I need to think. Whichever is easier, whichever you're used to do. It's just barley, whatever variety you can get. And Claire, you can stop the herbs. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, you can stop your herbs during the detox and then go back on them afterwards, you know. Now there's some Rasayanas. If people want to take Rasayanas after the detox, it's meant to be a good time to take Rasayanas. I think MA1, MA3323, and MA4 are the ones that are listed in the Amrit Kalash paste or tablets are listed in the thing. Actually, our sale ends. We had a sale because it was a bank holiday weekend in the UK last weekend, and we got 20% off on our website at the moment. So the code for, I mean, you all have the detox code, but that gives you 15%, but actually this gives you 20%. It's just capital EURO, euro. And it also gives you, I think it's €2.50 delivery to the UK, but it does end at midnight tonight. But after that, if you can just use your Detox 2022, the code that's in the email that I sent you, if you want to buy any.
So just capital E, all small, URO is small.
Yeah, capital EURO on ayurveda.ie on that website will give you 20% off that, you know. You have some detox tea from last year. Yeah, certainly go ahead and use that again if you want. You can, if you like it, you can boil it down and follow the instructions from last year's. Okay, so which days are better to take off, Rajvinder, and rest and meditate more?
Last couple of days, because as the amount of ghee go is going to increase, the body start kind of detoxing and the toxins start dissolving, and it can bring a lot of tiredness. And sometimes, yeah, some people do feel emotional stuff come up as well. So the last few days, definitely the day of purge, when you're taking the castor oil and you need to be near the toilet for that day. So that day don't work at all. And then day after as well, because you're going slowly towards the normal food. So you might be a bit tired after the purge. So the day of purge and the day after, those 2 days definitely. If you can do more, then I would definitely say day 10, day 11, day 12. I think day 10 is a purge. So day 10, day 11, day 12, and then you're back to normal.
Yeah, and try scheduling.
Depends on how you.
Yeah. Just try schedule as much rest as you can through the whole thing. The more rest you can get, the more it'll help the body to detoxify itself. You know, just, and I'm not talking about sleeping during the day, but just not too many things on, and not too much TV, and not too much computer, and no arguments or big discussions, or just leave your physiology to do what it needs to do, you know. Jeannie, you had a detox, you had a consultation with Dr. Brennan for the last one. Is it necessary for this one? It just depends, Jeannie, if you have anything that you feel you need to discuss or you want to clarify. I think maybe drop Dr. Rajvinder an email. I don't know what age you are, Jeannie. That would be so I'd say just drop Rajvinder at ayurveda.ie. Just drop her a little email. And if you have any health concerns, just say what age you are. But I probably think if you got through the last detox fine, then there's probably no issue really, you know.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
So you're 62.
So I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If you don't have any health concern or any major medication, anything going on, you should be okay. No major health concern. Yeah, you're fine then. Yeah.
So
just type in. I'm gonna type in. CNOL is the right code. Euro.
EURO. That's it. Yeah. I thought day 9 was the purge, Richard. I just don't have enough.
Let me see. It's a 7-day. The first 3 days is no ghee, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 6 day. No, it should be day 10.
Okay, we can. Well, it's on the notes anyway. It's just a matter of.
It's on the
looking
notes,
at it,
double check, because I think first 3 day is nothing, just simple diet, and then you start ghee for 5 days. Day 6 is massage and bath, steam bath, and then day 10 is purge.
Okay, and
according
then,
to me, it's day 10. My calculation might be wrong if you're thinking it's day 9, but check notes.
Yeah, Mary here. The names of the Rosinas, they were MA1, MA3323, and MA4, or if not MA4, if you don't like the paste, you can get MA5 or MA7. Okay, but they're in your notes anyway. On the Rosinas, they're in your notes anyway. They're listed in the notes there anyway, I think most people have done the detox with us before. We've a lot of people booked in for it. Obviously, most of them are happy enough that they didn't need to come on to ask questions or anything like that. But we've a lot of people booked in, and but as I say, I just wanted to do this call because we need to close it off. Okay, thank you. Note say elimination day 9.
Okay. I don't know. Due to some reason, I think it's day 10, but I'll check. Whatever the notes say, notes are right. I might be wrong at the moment, but
Well, make sure you have the right notes. That's the only
okay.
thing. Let me just check the notes, and we'll just see.
I think it's a different computer I have.
Yeah, day 9. Oleation, day 3 or 4 or to day 8 of the course. Sudation, heating. Oh no, that could be that. Main treatment days 3 to 9. Yeah. Have you got your notes there, Raj? Elimination day 9, yeah. Okay, so first 3 days, eat a light diet, take the digestive powder, take 2 triplet tablets. Day 4 to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 4 days. Water, breakfast, the ghee. Men, first 2 days, days 3 to 7. Day 8, do not take any ghee on day 8. Do an oil massage and have a hot bath. Day 9, take the purgative preparation on rising. Yeah, okay, so it's day 9. It's day 9. It's all.
Is it men day 9? Because
no, it's men and ladies day 9.
Okay.
Men only. Yeah, it's men and ladies.
We have short and 1 day. Okay,
yeah,
then we have less ghee.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it is day 9. You're right. Whoever put that in, it's day 9. So anyway, it's all in the notes. The notes are correct. Okay, so if that's a message from Michael. Okay, Michael, just send me an email with that, will you? They were attached to loads of the emails I sent out. So, but anyway, just send me an email, noel@ayurveda.ie, and I'll reply with the notes to you. So they're slightly different than last year. So just send me an email, and then I'll reply to you in the morning with the notes attached. Okay, no, sorry did you say you appended the notes to about this call? Not about this call, but in the confirmation of your booking for the detox, and in several other times I have attached the notes as well. Like when I was looking for the address for the detox pack, actually, most of the time I email people, I just put the notes on it. But again, if anyone doesn't have the notes, then just drop me an email and I'll just send the notes to them. But just check your emails from noel@ayurveda.ie, you know, and then if there's no problem, I'll just email them out to anybody in the morning, you know. Okay, I think we've come to the end of the questions. If there's anything that anybody wants to ask me, and they can just send me an email, noel@ayurveda.ie, and then anything that anybody wants to ask Rajvinder, just Rajvinder. I'll just spell Rajvinder's name because maybe someone.
You can forward it to me in case. Oh yeah, it's something private then, yeah. We will put that in the WhatsApp, isn't it?
Yeah, Rajvinder@ayurveda.
It's given in the notes.
Yeah.
Given, yeah.
And there will be lots of support through the thing. Sorry, Raj.
Just tell Dr. Brennan, because Dr. Brennan email is given as well. Should they be emailing him or
no?
Really?
Leave Dr. Brennan alone. It's Dr. Rajvinder that's going to handle the support on this particular detox, you know. So his email address is probably in there, and I mean, if you email him, he'll get back to you. But we'll just do it with Rajvinder this time, because as I say, he's working on the new courses that. So I'll leave him to go ahead and work on that. I mean, that's the other thing that we're starting in October is the new. We've a 100-hour Ayurveda for self-care course that's definitely starting in October, and we're hoping it's the first part of our 500-hour course that leads to an Ayurvedic lifestyle practitioner certification, you know. And the great news is that we presented the curriculum to several insurance companies, and they've all accepted it. So they'll provide insurance for people to practice once they've done the 500-hour course, and once they've obviously passed the 500-hour course. So we have to be satisfied that you have the knowledge to actually go out there and do consultations with people on lifestyle and health things, you know. I've paid my deposit for the new course, but can't see where to pay the balance. I haven't sent it out yet, but I will send it out soon. I'll send a link out. It's just been very busy, you know, and I'll send a link out in the next few days, and then you'll just be able to click on the link and pay the balance, you know. Anita says great news about the course. It is actually, it's brilliant that like there's a company called Balins in the UK. Some people told me about it, and we sent off the details. And I think the fact that Dr. Brennan was the founding president of the Ayurvedic Practitioners Association added a lot of weight to our submission. And then and they came back, and their insurance charges are very, very reasonable. I think it's about £90 to cover you for 6 million in public liability, you know. And there's a company in Ireland called Brian Mullins in Sligo. They do a lot of holistic insurance, and they'll also cover people. Slightly dearer, but anyway, they will cover people as well. So it means that if you wanted to go in to practice Ayurveda, or you wanted to add it to your existing practice, you can get insurance to cover it, you know. Mary O'Hara, how much is the course, please? The first section, the first 100-hour course is €300. The second 100-hour course, which is dietetics and nutrition, which will start in January, possibly, that's not definite. The only definite one is the first one. And then the third one, which is where we deal with patients and all of that, that's a 300-hour course, and that's €900. So the whole course in total is €1,500. Again, we have a webinar on that. So if you want to send me an email, Mary, or just go to our YouTube channel, you can see that we have an hour-long webinar describing the purpose of the course and what it's all about, you know. But the initial one, which is Ayurveda for self-care, that's starting in October. That's €300, and you book it by paying €100 deposit. But soon that deposit will be gone. It'll just be the full amount. And again, we're very near full on that course. We didn't really, because it's the first one we're doing, we didn't really want to take much more than 100 people, and we're getting very close to 100 people, and we really haven't started promoting it yet. And now is really not the time of the year to be promoting things, because the kids are going back to school and it's the end of summer. So we'll start promoting it in mid-September when people are making plans for the autumn, you know. So that course will definitely be full, that's for sure, you know. Okay, everybody, that's great. Listen, thanks a million for coming on. I think most of you knew about everything anyway, so maybe you didn't get too much from this. But anyway, we will, and anybody that hadn't made up their mind, maybe they have enough information now to let them make up their mind. So Jeannie says, thank you, very helpful. So that's great. And anything you want to say, Rajvinder? Oh, you're muted. Hang on.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
No, I think we have covered everything, and you have everything that you need and then all the best. I think we will be doing a call, so we will send our Zoom dates near the time.
Nearer the
How
time.
many?
Yeah, we'll do a call before it starts, just so everybody's clear on everything, you know, and
Exactly.
we'll do a call before it starts, and then we'll have the WhatsApp group going. But please read the leaflet, you know, and read the booklet,
Yeah.
and that explains nearly everything, you know. Okay, fantastic. Thanks everybody. Have a good night. Namaskar.
Yeah.
Take care,
Yes.
everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.